Hey everybody, I hope you are doing phenomenal. Angelo Lombardo here, and good to be with you from what I consider to be the best office view in the United States. And the crazy thing is, no, I don't own my own business. I'm not a consultant. I don't do any of those other types of things. I'm actually a senior executive for a really big Fortune 500 company, which is where I've spent my entire career. And during that time span, as a matter of fact, I've done everything from build a division from the ground up to manage a $250 million business segment to negotiate over $1 billion worth of contracts. And you know, during that time period, there is one thing that has been consistent no matter what I've been doing, and that is when I see people stumble or fail, it has nothing to do with their ability. Rather, it has everything to do with the fact they fail to take action. And there's a lot of reasons behind that, but the bottom line is basically they're afraid that a decision they make or something they do is going to turn out bad, and that there's all these negative things that can come from that. So instead of choosing to do something, they do nothing. But the crazy thing is, the people that are successful, the people who do get things done, the people who do land the job that they want, have the career they want, get the results that they want, are the ones who take bold action. And that's really what this is all about. My videos to you, my website, everything that I get involved with, it's all about taking action. Or what I like to say is, always play offense, because when you're on the offense, you have the initiative. And so today I want to talk about a really important way for you to take offense in your career and go out and get that job or career that you really want. And I'm going to begin with a story. So when I first started working about 1 million years ago, I had a entry-level field job for a large retailer. And about once a quarter, our senior management would go out and they would ride our territories. And they would go into each of the stores and look at our relationships with our clients. They'd see how the merchandising looked. They'd check with everything. And I had a boss who would always, regardless of how good my locations looked, he would have me out there the night before doing all these little bells and whistles that just really distinguish my area from all the rest. And I remember I had a conversation with him about that once. And I said, Bob, I said, why is it I've got to spend all night doing all of these things when all of my peers, they're basically just making sure that their stores are looking the way they're supposed to look? And he said, well, that's a good question. He said, let me ask you something. He goes, what do you want out of your career? And I mapped out my career plan and where I hope to go. And he's like, well, he goes, let me tell you something, Angelo. He goes, you're never going to get that way looking like everybody else. Your entire career, no matter what you're doing, has to be built on being different in a positive way, differentiating your brand from everybody else. And I bring that up because if you want to find that dream job, you have got to stand out. There are literally millions of people doing a job just like yours, capabilities just like you have, success just like you're achieving. So how do you stand out? Well, my biggest tool that I use, and one that I'm a big proponent of, is LinkedIn. In my opinion, LinkedIn is the greatest thing to come along for a business professional, because it gives you the opportunity to go out there and play offense and market yourself. And how do you use this tool? Well, there's really two big ones. The first one is you got to get the standards set to be at a level where you're capable of getting noticed. And what I mean by that is you got to make sure that your LinkedIn profile looks really, really good. So this means, first and foremost, having a great headshot. Pay the money, go out, get a professional headshot. It's not that much money, but it's going to make you look so much better and help you stand out relative to the ones that I see that are just look horrible. People that are doing selfies, people that are with their kids, the ones I love, people that are like on a golf course. It's like, oh yeah, I'm going to hire you because I'll bet you're going to spend a lot of time dedicated to your job, right? So you got to get a professional headshot. The next thing you have to do is make sure that your headline is something that grabs attention. Now you can do this in one of two ways. Say you're in sales, right? You can put your headline as sales development expert, inspirational sales leader, something like that, which again sets you apart from everybody else. Or you can do like something like I've done, in which what I like to do in my headline is list all my areas of expertise, and I separate them by a vertical line, so that if somebody's out there looking around, they'll say, oh, okay, this guy has experience in these areas and in these industries. Either one works well, but again, it's better than your standard, like, sales rep, accountant, marketer. You see what I mean by that? And then next, what I encourage you to do is use the LinkedIn Wizard to walk you through and develop every single part of your profile. And a big, important part of this is getting recommendations. Reach out to people you know and trust, and have them give you recommendations that'll go in your profile. Recommendations go such a long way. And then finally, make sure you click on the notification that says you are available. All right? Now, like I said, that's the bare minimum. And it is a relatively passive approach, because you're kind of like doing a set it and forget it. If you really want to get noticed on LinkedIn, there is a great platform that can allow you to scream relative to everybody else, and that is LinkedIn's publishing platform. You have the ability to upload video, to blog, and even do a number of other things that allow you to basically build your brand. And what are you going to, and how are you going to do this? Well, it's easy. Where's your area of expertise? What's the job you want or the career that you're trying to build? And that's the stuff you highlight. So for example, I'll use sales again. If you're a sales expert, you're going to talk about things like closing the sale, prospecting, dealing with a difficult customer, the ideal negotiation, how to take a bad situation or a bad negotiation and turn it back in your favor. All these things, so that as people are out there, all of a sudden they're getting this steady stream of content. And really, here's the thing, what it's saying is, I'm an expert, I'm an expert, I'm an expert. And so now when people are looking for jobs or they're looking to connect with somebody, they're going to want to come with you because you are a known commodity. And go back to what I said earlier. People want to avoid doing the wrong thing. So if you're known, you're safe, and they're going to be much more likely to reach out to you. So now, here comes the next question. Hey, Angelo, that's great. How do I learn how to blog? How do I learn how to do a video? So a couple of things. First and foremost, when it comes to blogging, I would recommend spots like ProBlogger or HubSpot. Those are two that when I first started doing this, I learned a lot from. Great sources of information. You can get a long way by using those things. For video, if you're watching this on any type of smartphone, you have a high definition camera at your disposal that you can use to start building videos to demonstrate your expertise. 10-minute video can be uploaded into LinkedIn, and you put a title against it, like I talked about earlier, something that's going to catch people's attention. 3 ways to turn around a bad sales call. Boom. Hey, let me see what this guy has to say. Those types of things. And that's going to get you noticed. Now, I know what you're all thinking. Angelo, I don't want to do video because I'm afraid of... You know what? Here's the thing. The way you get better at doing video is doing video. No one gets worse at doing something. You don't get less healthy by eating healthy. You don't get less in shape by exercising. You don't get worse at video. You only get better at it. And as judgmental as you think people are going to be out there, it really doesn't happen. You know, you go out there, you talk about some good things, you talk about things that make sense, you're going to start building a following. And the same is true with blogging. And I can promise if you do these things, you are going to stand out and you're going to do a great job building your brand, and you are going to be playing offense and be in control of your career. So give those a shot. If you have questions, please respond to me or hit me up on Facebook Messenger. I'm always available to answer anything you have. And most importantly, keep the faith and always play offense. I'll talk to you soon.